Is Salem, Oregon a good place to live? If you've asked that question before, I invite you to join me on this exploration of discovery. In this video, I'm going to tell you what the locals won't tell you. I'm spilling the beans on Salem's truths, the secrets, and everything I've learned about Salem since I've moved here. Once I spill the tea for you and tell you all of the secrets I know, I'm going to answer the question of, is Salem a good place to live? So stay tuned for this video and watch part 2 of this series next. Just like you, I relocated and I know exactly what it's like to pick up everything and move to a new, unknown place. My name's Clarity Odd and I'm a real estate agent here in Salem, helping my fellow relocators figure out where to call home. If you're buying a home here in Salem, go down to the description of this video and send us an email. My wonderful assistant, Allie, is going to connect with you and help you set up a one-on-one video consultation with me where we can discuss your relocation needs. All right, let's jump into it. The first thing on our list that the locals are never going to tell you about is the fact that we have our own Disneyland. We don't. It's called Enchanted Forest. But, think Disneyland, and then if it was drunk, tumbled down the stairs. That's exactly what Enchanted Forest is. I love Enchanted Forest. It's a little bit quirky, just like Oregon, and I think it is a super fun place to go if you've never been. Now, I'm kind of kidding here, obviously, when I say that we have our own Disneyland, because it's really not close to the scale or caliber of Disneyland, but it does have roller coasters, it does have a haunted house, and it is super quirky, and I think the perfect epitome of what Salem is all about. Now, growing up in Oregon, I did hear about Enchanted Forest before. I had never been to it, and nobody told me how much fun it was. So that's why it's on the list of the things that the locals are never gonna tell you. The next thing that you should know that nobody's probably gonna straight up tell you is that even though Salem is in Oregon and it's only about 45 minutes away from Portland, it is a completely different vibe than Portland. Now, I know a lot of people are polarized when we talk about Portland. Either you absolutely love it or you're absolutely gonna hate it, but it's really important to know that Salem is not like Portland. It is in Oregon, so it is a little bit more quirky down here in Salem, but Salem is a small town, it's provincial, it doesn't have the same mantra of keep Portland weird. It's not like that at all. It is a completely different vibe. So if you're looking for a vibe like Portland, you're really not going to find that anywhere else in Oregon except for Portland. The vibe that you're going to find in Salem is much more relaxed, slower pace of life, and everyone knows each other here. There's a lot of generational families that live here, which means they've lived here forever. They grew up here. They have their collective of people that they know and grew up with. And that is what Salem has to offer. So yes, although Salem is close to Portland and it's in Oregon, it is not like Portland by any means. Now, the next thing that the locals are gonna tell you is that yes, we absolutely have bike lanes. You might assume that that means, it's safe to bike in Salem or something, but it's absolutely not. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen bicycles on the side of the road with people attached to them who have fallen over because they've got hit by a car. I would never in a million years ride my bicycle in Salem. So even though you see bicycle lanes all around town, if you are somebody who likes to bike ride or commute to work on your bike, just know that the drivers here are not used to bicycles. And I think for that reason, Salem really is not a very friendly place for bike riders. The next thing that locals are probably not going to tell you is the fact that they run so many damn red lights. I cannot tell you how many red lights people run when I am commuting to work. It is insane. I have even taken it upon myself to wait 5 seconds. If I'm the first in line at a stoplight, I will wait 5 seconds now because I can almost guarantee that somebody is going to run a red light. Now, I don't run red lights. That sounds damn terrifying, but it's something that is incredibly common here. And so if you're not used to that, I recommend waiting 5 seconds and then driving forward just to be on the safe side. The next thing that the locals probably aren't going to tell you is that the best food is found at the food carts. Now, I don't want to say I'm a foodie because that sounds just so pretentious, but I like food. I grew up in Portland. I love that food scene. Salem does not have a very strong food scene in regards to restaurants, but I do think that the best food in Salem is actually found at food carts. We have collective areas where food carts will all hang out together, but I think the best ones are actually the ones that rove around, and you'll find them at like a random gas station on a Wednesday at 10 p.m. and they're serving hot churros and everyone has their music in their cars going and it's like a party. This was something new to me. And ever since I discovered that the best churro is on a roving food cart that I have to stalk and basically hunt down anytime I want a churro, I then started to try the food on other food carts. And let me tell you, it is the best ever. I absolutely love it. You are not going to find better food in Salem than at these food carts. I mean, I haven't tried all the food carts in Salem, but I'm just going to say that they're probably all super good. The next thing that the locals aren't going to tell you is that Winco on Commercial Street is the best place to go to in a grocery store to get produce in Salem. Now you might be like, what the hell is a Winco? A Winco, I don't know if it's everywhere, but at least here in the Willamette Valley, there's some in Portland, in Salem. It's a grocery store, but it's like a discount grocery store. But the best produce, I don't know why, I don't know how, it is at the Winco on Commercial Street in South Salem. I was familiar with Winco because of living in Portland. Like I said, we have Wincos up there as well. But if you want fresh produce, go to the Winco on Commercial Street. Nobody's gonna tell you that. Now you've got a leg up on the competition of getting that fresh produce, and just skip Roth's, skip Trader Joe's. Just go to Winco. The next thing that you're going to discover about Salem is the fact that there's farm equipment on the roads. You are going to get stuck behind a tractor at some point. Now, if you look at a map of Salem, the whole northeast section, it's just surrounded by farms. So you're probably going to get stuck behind a farm piece of equipment, a blueberry picker, a cropper, a tractor, whatever it is. But just plan to get stuck in the summertime and your commute will be a little bit longer because, well, you gotta wait till the tractor pulls over and then you can pass. This was a fun little hiccup that I discovered once I got stuck behind a tractor. It's not fun and it takes forever. I'm sure this next thing that I'm about to say is something that a lot of places have, but we have porch pirates. It's not fun. Everyone has a Ring doorbell here. So you can see like in the Nextdoor app or on Facebook groups, people will be blasting these porch pirates. And unfortunately, it is just something that is way too common here in Salem. When I lived in Portland, I never experienced porch pirates. I don't know why. Maybe I was lucky. Maybe I wasn't ordering enough stuff from Amazon. I don't know. But here you definitely have to be careful with those porch pirates and bring your packages in ASAP. Okay, this next one is super fun. We have a resident kitty cat at the Book Bin. So the Book Bin is a bookstore in downtown Salem. It's been there forever, and so has the kitty cat that resides there. It's a super cute little kitty cat, super fluffy. He just hangs out in the store, and if you go into the Book Bin, the actual shop, definitely say hi to the kitty cat. I think they have a sign that says like, don't annoy the cat, which if you know cats, it's like you just look at them the wrong way and they're like, it's a super sweet kitty. I've said hello a few times, and it's kind of a fun quirk of that store. The next thing on our list that you would have had to find out the hard way is the fact that you pay for your grocery bags here. I don't know what it is like in other states, but Oregon passed a law recently that if you are going to the grocery store and you don't bring your own grocery bags, you're going to be charged. Usually it's 5 cents per bag, whether it's a plastic bag or a paper bag. The best way to get around that is just say, hey, I'm fine paying a nickel for each bag, or just bring your own reusable bags to the grocery store. Okay, this is kind of a funny one. If you're on the East Coast, you're gonna probably have a collective sigh of sadness when I say this, but we don't have a dedicated, good bagel shop here. I have yet to find good bagels in this town, and unfortunately, I just settle for the Safeway bagels with cheese and jalapenos. But that's only because I have yet to find a good bagel shop, bagel place. It just doesn't even exist here. Now, this is my own personal gripe because I like the fact that a bagel is like the equivalent of 10 slices of bread or whatever it is. But I was really disappointed when I came down here to Salem and I discovered that the bagel shops just aren't a thing. If you're ready to watch part 2 of this series, click on this video right here. Bye, friends.